Stranger Things, the horrific TV series that has continually given many of its fans a racing heart, has been a huge success for the cast members of the show. But there are some big struggles. Let's find out all the hardships they went through. The new season struggles. The cast of Stranger Things has a lot of compelling stories to share about the struggles they had to put up with while filming season 4 of the show. Stranger Things 4, which is a darker version of the 3 previous seasons, will be released on Netflix in 2 batches, with the first batch already out on May the 27th, 2022, and the second batch on July the 1st, 2022. The cast pointed out how their roles have become more mature in this new season and that they're no longer kids. The cast related their struggles with E.T.'s Wilmar Fugi on how their separation on the show has changed the ways they deal with unexpected changes, compared to when they were all living together in Hawkins, Indiana. With Eleven, who's portrayed by Millie Bobby Brown, Will, portrayed by Noah Schnapp, and Jonathan, played by Charlie Heaton, moving to California and leaving their friends back in Hawkins. Things are beginning to look detached with their old friendship. Charlie mentioned that his character moving to California has been tough on himself and others because they're finding it so difficult to settle down into high school and figure out themselves. Noah also added that he feared that his character Will has fallen out of touch with his best friend Mike, who is played by Finn Wolfhard. People back home in Hawkins began to notice the reality and new order of things as well. Noah stated that they are no longer the little guys who used to hang out in the basement. They now had grown-up issues to deal with. Caleb McLaughlin, who plays Lucas in the show, said he could relate to his character's struggle because, just like Lucas, he's also trying to figure himself out. Caleb said, "Lucas is going through a moment that a lot of kids go through at a young age when they're teenagers, especially in high school." He also mentioned that the separation between his character Lucas and his best friend in the show Max is taking a toll on him. Just as separation and growth have done a big number on the cast while on set, the threats and horrors from the past have become even bigger for them to deal with in the new season. Noah stated how things have become crazy and how intense the fight against the supernatural has gotten. The actor said, "This season for us we're fighting with guns and swords and things, and they aren't what I'm used to." Maya Hawke, who portrays Robin, confirms Noah's statement when she said, "There's a lot of supernatural crazy elements going on." Gaten Matarazzo, playing Dustin, said that season 4 of Stranger Things is the biggest season they've had, with how massively they each contributed to it. Sadie Sink, portraying Max, also mentioned how the difference in location was a main struggle for them in season 4 when she said, "Just having these very different locations to follow throughout the season, it's never something we've done before." The storyline in season 4 extends beyond Hawkins and California right up to Russia, where David Harbour, who plays Jim Hopper, has been announced to still be alive. David added, "At the expansion and location, I think it's an extension of emotion and relationship expansion as well. Everything grows in ways in season 4. Aside from having to deal with new locations, the recurring cast also have some new faces to contend with on the show. Among the new additions is Robert Englund, who's well known for portraying Freddy Krueger in the movie Nightmare on Elm Street. His introduction to the fans of the show translate to more danger for the cast. While making a comment on that, Natalia Dyer, playing Nancy, said, "There are characters who are in real danger, like we haven't been in as high stakes or potential danger before. That was surprising and scary." And newcomer Joseph Quinn, who features as Eddie Munson in the show, also prepared the fans to expect some very chilling scenes when he said, "And that's applicable to every storyline. It's not just that one storyline is kind of the main artery. Every single storyline is kind of filled with peril and danger." Millie's struggles. Millie Bobby Brown, the Stranger Things breakout star, had to deal with a lot of struggles concerning her character Eleven while on the set of the show. Millie is one of the stars who has gone through a big change between season 1 and season 4. The actress, who talked about how she had to go bald for the show, touched on the struggles she faced and also the good little part of it. While sharing the good parts of going bald in an interview with W Magazine, the actress said, "The shaved head was a big deal. On the one hand, it was cool when your bald rain feels like a head massage. I'd walk in the rain and people would look at me like I was crazy. I'd be smiling, so happy I have the water hit my naked head." The teen actress said her good moments did not last long and she started to see how people treated her with less kindness because of the way she looked. Millie said, "But on the other hand, people stared at me wondering whether I was sick. Some would even laugh at me me without knowing whether I was or wasn't sick. It was hurtful, but their attitude taught me something about compassion. The actress, however, didn't allow the struggles to weigh her down. She stated that it did in fact help her learn more about what compassion is and how to treat others at such a young age. In her words, she said, "In the end, being bald was the best thing I ever did. Being different changed my life. I wanted to embrace my baldness and hopefully inspire people. And now that's become my message to the world." Millie showed the fans how particular she was about using her bald head as a message for others out there. She shared a video on her Instagram saying, "The day I shaved my head was the most empowering moment of my whole life. The last strand of hair cut off was the moment my whole face was on show, and I couldn't hide behind my hair like I used to." The actress, who's decided to live through the struggle and stop people who shame others for how they look, stated how she found the need to inspire instead. She said, "As I looked at myself and I couldn't see my old self, I realized that now I have a job to do, and that is to inspire other girls that your image or exterior part is not what I think is important. What I find important is caring, loving, and inspiring other girls. Thought to share my thoughts during this life-changing moment." The spotlight pressure. The cast of Stranger Things started on the show when they were as young as 13 and 14 years old, and they've had to deal with a lot of pressure from the fans, their colleagues, and also the people on set. At such a tender age on the set of a popular series, they were still too young to process the pressure and struggles that come with being in the spotlight. Caleb, who had a thing to say about being in the spotlight while on set of Stranger Things, said there's a downside to almost everything that's good. He said, "Some things are great. I think most of the things are great, but of course the pressure is just being out there all the time. I'm just glad I have my parents to keep me grounded and be by my side when I'm stressed." Finn Wolfhard also had his own share of social pressure at the age of 14 when he just started out on the TV show. The young actor was called out by a fan for being rude and heartless because he didn't acknowledge the presence of his fans hailing him. At the time, the actor reacted via a tweet that said, "Why I even have to tweet that, I don't know. Anyone who calls themselves a fan and actively goes after someone for literally acting and doing their job is ridiculous. Think before you type, boy." Despite the pressures mounting on the teenage actors to be more like adults and grown-ups, the showrunners on Stranger Things, Matt and Ross Duffer, commended them for being professionals. The Duffer brothers said, "When we first cast the show, we were auditioning hundreds of kids, and it was instantly clear to everyone that these kids were special. They were all very authentic and unique. We felt we hadn't seen kids quite like this on TV before." The Duffers said that the struggles have shaped them into becoming more confident as they now completely trust them with their characters. On-set arguments. Millie pointed out that when it comes to the cast on set of Stranger Things, their friendly, intimate moments are over, and now they're like siblings who are constantly arguing. Millie said, "Once we first met each other, I think we were all very outgoing, so it was just easy to connect. It wasn't hard, it was like a relationship because it felt like we went through a honeymoon stage. We would be like really nice to each other. We didn't want to do anything that would hurt each other's feelings. We are siblings. We argue all the time." Caleb, who didn't seem to completely agree, said, "I wouldn't say all the time," to which Millie readily disagreed and said, "Yeah, we do." According to her, they fight over little things such as, "Why are you eating my chips?" So at the end of the day, they're just normal people who want to live good lives and have fun. Those are the struggles the Stranger Things cast have to deal with on set. Let's know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching.